Hashtag 10 cat food brands, ranked worst to best. Only 3 passed every check on the label. Here's the uncomfortable truth about the $30 billion pet food industry. Cat food marketing is almost entirely fiction. Grain-free gourmet, wild-caught ocean blend, chef's choice. These are branding decisions, not nutritional standards. And cats, being obligate carnivores with specific protein requirements unlike any other domesticated animal, are more vulnerable to poor food decisions than dogs are. By the end of this video, you will know which cat food brands earn your money, which ones are acceptable in a pinch, and which ones have ingredient profiles you should remove from your cat's bowl today, ranked from worst to best. Every Munch Monday, we break down one category of pet food, label by label. If you've ever stood in the cat food aisle completely overwhelmed, hit like. You're not alone. Paws Made Simple is where we break down pet products label by label, so Tucker's humans, and yours, don't get fooled by marketing. We've analyzed hundreds of products across food, gear, and supplements, and we only recommend what holds up on paper and in owner reports. If you're new here, subscribe. New reviews drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hashtag. Cats are subtle. Unlike dogs, they don't show nutritional deficiency with obvious symptoms. They show it over time. A coat that's slightly dull, energy that's incrementally lower, digestive issues that seem minor until they aren't. The hidden cost is that by the time you notice a chronic health issue in a cat, the veterinary intervention required is almost always more expensive than the food upgrade would have been. The average cost of treating feline urinary tract issues, one of the most common diet-related conditions, is $800 to $1,500 per incident. And the specific moment you'll regret this? When your vet tells you your 5-year-old cat has early kidney markers and asks what you've been feeding them. And the answer is one of the brands at the bottom of today's list. Hashtag. Here's how we built this ranking. We analyzed the guaranteed analysis labels and full ingredient lists for all 10 formulas, cross-referenced AAFCO nutritional profiles for feline life stages, checked amino acid content, specifically taurine, which is non-negotiable for cats, compiled owner-reported palatability from hundreds of reports across our cats, our cat advice, and verified retailer reviews, picky eaters included, calculated cost per serving for a 10-pound adult cat at manufacturer guidelines, and reviewed current FDA cat food advisory data. Total brands analyzed? 10. Total brands that passed all 5 criteria? 3. Evaluation criteria. 1. Taurine listed as a nutrient or naturally present from named protein sources at adequate levels. 2. Named protein source: chicken, salmon, turkey, not poultry, not seafood. 3. No propylene glycol, artificial colors, or BHA/BHT preservatives. 4. Moisture content appropriate to the format: wet food, 75% plus moisture, dry kibble, 8 to 10%. 5. AAFCO Complete and Balanced certification for the cat's life stage. Let's count down from worst to best. Hashtag. The bottom tier. Brands we can't recommend. Number 10. Fancy Feast Dry Kibble. Verdict. The dry kibble line does not pass our ingredient criteria. The wet food line is a different story. We'll get there. 3 data points. Protein percented. 30% crude protein minimum for the dry formula. Acceptable number, but the source matters. First 3 ingredients, Gourmet Gold Dry. Corn, corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal. Corn leads the ingredient deck of a product marketed to obligate carnivores. Cost per serving, approximately 18 cents per day for a 10-pound cat. The cheapest in this ranking, which is reflected in the ingredients. Cats have a limited ability to use carbohydrate-heavy grains as energy. Carbohydrates are not their natural primary fuel source. That's part of the feline nutrition guidance we flagged for verification up top. Who should skip Fancy Feast Dry? Any cat, given better options exist at similar price points. Number 9, Meow Mix Original. Verdict. This is a problem food. 3 data points. First 3 ingredients: ground yellow corn, corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal, unnamed processing. Contains artificial coloring, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6. No nutritional function, present for visual appeal to human buyers. Cost, 15 cents per day for a 10-pound cat. Artificial colors in cat food serve the owner, not the cat. Cats are dichromats. They cannot see the color differentiation that makes multicolored kibble visually appealing to humans. Skip this one. Number 8, Friskies Classic Pâté, wet. Verdict, acceptable moisture content, poor protein source quality. 3 data points. Moisture, 78%, meets the wet food standard. First 3 ingredients: Meat byproducts, water, chicken. Meat byproducts without species identification is the first ingredient. Cost: 24 cents per day for a 10-pound cat on a wet-only diet. The moisture content is a genuine positive. Cats evolved as desert animals with low thirst drive, and wet food is one of the primary defenses against chronic dehydration and urinary tract issues. Again, see the feline nutrition verification note from the top of this video. But unnamed protein sources in position 1 is a hard mark against. B tier. Acceptable with caveats. Number 7. Blue Buffalo Wilderness Chicken, dry. Verdict: better than most dry kibble options. Earns its positioning as a step above mainstream. 3 data points. Protein percent: 40% crude protein minimum, significantly higher than the category average. First 3 ingredients: deboned chicken, chicken meal, pea protein. Named protein: strong protein lead, though the pea protein addition warrants mention. Cost: 52 cents per day for a 10-pound cat on dry-only diet. The FDA has been investigating the potential link between legume-heavy diets and dilated cardiomyopathy in cats as well as dogs. Pea protein in the top ingredients warrants discussion with your veterinarian. Always consult your veterinarian for individual pet health decisions. Before we get to the A tier and the clear winner, I want to save you from ever having to go through this research again. The new Pet Owner's Complete Product Checklist covers cat food picks by budget, cat-specific nutrition basics, and every essential product for week 1 with the new cat. It's at pawsmadesimple.com/checklist. Free. Link in description. Drop your cat's current food brand in the comments. I want to know what tier it falls in. I read every single one. Number 6. Hill's Science Diet Adult Indoor. Verdict: solid vet-recommended option. Appropriate for sedentary indoor cats. 3 data points. Protein percentage: 30.5% crude protein minimum. On the lower end, calibrated for lower activity indoor cats. First 3 ingredients: chicken, whole grain wheat, corn gluten meal. Named protein first. Cost: 61 cents per day for a 10-pound indoor adult cat. Hill's indoor formula specifically addresses hairball control and weight management for less active cats. If your vet is recommending Hill's Science Diet, it's A tier in context. For prescription diets, kidney, urinary, GI, Hill's prescription diet is the clinical standard. Consult your veterinarian. Number 5. Fancy Feast Classic Pâté, wet. Verdict: this is a legitimate upgrade from Fancy Feast dry, and a legitimate surprise to most people. 3 data points. Protein percentage: 10% minimum wet weight, approximately 40% on dry matter basis, which is strong for wet food. First 3 ingredients: chicken classic pâté, chicken, chicken broth, liver. Named proteins, all 3. Cost: 28 cents per day for a 10-pound cat, significantly below premium wet options. The Fancy Feast Classic Pâté line, specifically the pâté varieties, not the gravy, not the Florentine, not the gourmet, has been recognized by veterinary nutritionists as nutritionally adequate for most healthy adult cats. For budget-constrained cat owners, Classic Pâté outperforms its price point. A tier: best in class. Number 4. Royal Canin breed-specific formulas. Verdict: A tier for specific breed or health condition contexts. Not the best general option, but potentially the best option for your specific cat. 3 data points. Protein percentage: varies by formula. 28 to 35% crude protein minimum across lines. First 3 ingredients: adult indoor, chicken meal, rice, corn. Named protein first, but corn in position 3 is worth noting. Cost: 78 cents to $1.20 per day for a 10-pound cat, depending on formula. Royal Canin's breed-specific formulations have genuine differentiation. Kibble shape and size calibrated to breed jaw mechanics, amino acid profiles adjusted for breed predispositions. Persian cats, for example, are predisposed to polycystic kidney disease. Royal Canin Persian contains adjusted protein levels and omega-3 support. Not the S-tier choice for a mixed breed cat. A tier if your vet has recommended it, or your cat is a specific breed with documented health predispositions. Number 3. Wellness Core Grain-Free Wet. Verdict: one of the best wet food options in the mid-price range. 3 data points. Protein percent: 12% minimum wet weight, approximately 48% dry matter basis. First 3 ingredients: turkey, turkey broth, turkey liver. Single protein source across all 3 leading ingredients, which dramatically simplifies any food sensitivity evaluation. Cost: 82 cents per day for a 10-pound cat on wet-only feeding. Single protein source formulas are the gold standard for cats with suspected food sensitivities. When every protein is the same, eliminating the food variable becomes clean and simple. Palatability, per owner reports. Wellness Core Turkey is one of the most frequently named "My Picky Cat Actually Ate This" formulas in r/cats threads and verified buyer reviews. First presentation acceptance comes up again and again. Number 2. Purina Pro Plan Adult Chicken and Rice, Wet. Verdict: the most extensively studied wet cat food on the market. A tier for any adult cat without specific breed or health requirements. 3 data points. Protein percent, 12% minimum, wet weight, approximately 50% dry matter basis. First 3 ingredients: chicken, chicken broth, liver. Named proteins, appropriate organ inclusion. Cost: 71 cents per day for a 10-pound cat on wet-only diet. Purina Pro Plan is among the most referenced cat foods in peer-reviewed veterinary nutrition literature, cited widely in independent clinical research. Palatability, per owner reports, consistently high acceptance across owner reviews, including from self-described picky eater households. Number 1. The Farmer's Dog Cat Formula / Smalls Fresh Cat Food. Verdict: the best cat food available in 2026 if you're willing to invest in it. 3 data points. Protein percentage. Smalls Fresh Ground Chicken, 63% protein on dry matter basis, the highest of any formula we analyzed. First 3 ingredients: chicken, chicken liver, chicken heart. 100% named poultry, organ meat for taurine naturally present. Cost: $2.10 to $2.80 per day for a 10-pound cat. 3 times the cost of Purina Pro Plan, but the math changes when you account for the reduced risk of diet-related veterinary costs over a cat's lifetime. Chicken heart and liver are naturally rich dietary sources of taurine, which is why fresh formulas built on organ meat can meet feline requirements without synthetic supplementation. Covered under the feline nutrition verification note from the top of this video. Hashtag, here's the verdict by situation. Best cat food overall: Smalls Fresh Cat Food or Purina Pro Plan Wet Food. If cost is no constraint, Smalls. If you need a sustainable daily cost with zero compromise on nutrition, Purina Pro Plan Wet. Best budget pick that's still acceptable: Fancy Feast Classic Pâté. Specifically the pâté varieties. Not the gravies, not the Florentines, the pâtés. 28 cents per day. Best for cats with specific health conditions. Talk to your vet. Then come back here. Royal Canin or Hill's Prescription Diet in most cases. Clear advice on Fancy Feast Dry, Meow Mix, and Friskies Classic. These are the 3 brands we'd transition away from. The upgrade from Fancy Feast Dry to Purina Pro Plan Wet costs approximately 53 cents more per day. Against an average UTI treatment cost of $1,200, the math isn't close. 6 months from now, your cat will have better coat quality, fewer digestive issues, and lower urinary tract risk. Or you'll have ruled out diet as a variable. Both are worth 53 cents per day. Hashtag, that's the full cat food tier list. But there's one thing we haven't covered: treats. Most cat owners buy treats based on what their cat will actually accept, not based on nutritional value. We analyzed 7 cat treat brands specifically for picky cats, ingredient quality plus owner-reported acceptance. One brand shows up over and over as the treat even the most selective cats accept. That's the next video. If this saved you from a bad food decision, the like button is right there. Subscribe and you'll get the treat rankings this Wednesday. Hashtag, the new pet owner's complete product checklist, cat food picks by budget, week 1 shopping list, and cat-specific nutrition essentials is at pawsmadesimple.com.